Hey, this is Chef Tim Lopez of the Philadelphia Eagles, and welcome back to Bites with the Birds. Today, we have Mr. Jason Kelce in the studio. How you doing, Jay?
Doing great. Ready to learn.
Ready to learn. Okay, what are we going to work on today, man? What'd you pick?
So, as some fans might be aware, Carson Wentz got the entire O-line smokers last year. And I have wanted for the longest time to learn the proper way to smoke a brisket.
Okay, we're going to teach you that today, then.
Perfect.
So we got a nice piece here.
Now,
Okay, I scored it a little bit just to help some of that flavor get in. I took a knife and scored it down.
What does that do? Huh?
That actually just helps some of the rub penetrate the meat a little bit, so I scored it on the non-fat side.
Gotcha. Now I'm getting a good smell there.
Yeah.
I think that's the garlic. I'm getting a little bit of the garlic, a little
Smell
bit of the
garlic
paprika.
and the cumin, some
cumin.
of the paprika.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real easy rub, and there's not a lot of brown sugar in there. A lot of people think you need a lot of sugar to make a good bark on the outside of the brisket. When it smokes, it gets that like really hard texture on the outside where the fat kind of caramelizes.
Oh, yeah.
You don't need a lot of brown sugar. The fat's going to do that on its own, so we just have a little bit in there just for a little bit of sweetness. And grab a nice big handful of that, and I want you to coat the top of it.
Can I put too much on this?
No, you cannot.
There's no such thing as too much.
No such thing. You want to, I mean, if you're rubbing down like 20 of these, yeah, go for it.
Go back in, okay.
If you're rubbing down 20 of these and you know you only have a certain amount of rub, then there's too much. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But with something like this where it's a one-step application for one piece of meat, let's
So you want the texture of like a cheap carpet, right?
Cheap carpet.
That's kind of what it looks like, right?
Yeah, let's go with that. So that's what it's going to look like, nice and covered. We're going to take this, we're going to put it on our smoker. Now we have a smoker. It's been lit for quite a while. It's got a nice head of smoke going on it. The cooking chamber is about 250 degrees. We're going to cook this for about 8 to 10 hours.
What kind of wood are we using?
We're using a mixture today of cherry wood and hickory. Hickory to get it started, cherry wood to give it that nice flavor.
Gotcha.
We're at a point called the stall. Do you know about the stall in barbecue?
I do not. What's the stall?
The stall is the point where the meat reaches about 165 degrees. And in the case of brisket, we're going to need it to go to about 190, 195. But the stall, and they call it the stall, it's that point when it just hovers right at that temp and doesn't move on for about almost an hour.
So this time,
so it's been going up. So
it started off, it had the warm up.
Yep.
Got stretched, got nice and ready.
Oh yeah.
And it's been heating up.
Right.
And now it's about halfway through the game. So we're at halftime.
We're at halftime.
Okay.
Okay. The stall.
Now we're gonna make some adjustments.
Yep, we are.
We're gonna make some coaching
points. Add
points.
some moisture.
All right.
All right. You can see the nice bark that we got on this baby.
I got you. All right.
Okay. Now you can look at it. See, it's kind of jiggly. Don't let that fool you. It's not ready yet. It's still going to be tough. We still need to go to 195 for it to be slicing brisket. That'll be excellent.
All right.
I'm going to let you do this trick.
So what do we got in here?
Apple juice.
Apple juice.
And that's what I just handed you. Some apple
This
juice.
Is just simple apple juice.
Simple apple juice. You can use a variety of different liquids. I tend to like apple juice, especially if we're doing a fruit wood. Well, if we're doing a fruit wood, like today we're doing cherry wood, we could also use apple wood or stuff like that. This tends to lend itself to the flavor of the smoke that's going into the meat.
Interesting.
All right. So you can even just use water, but I like juice. Some people use beef stock.
And the sugar gets that caramel to it. And
sure, yeah. It'll help with that.
Apple juice?
We're also going to wrap it up in this parchment paper. That's why it's on there. A lot of people wrap it up in foil. It's called the Texas Crutch. I found through experimenting and also reading some cookbooks and stuff, guys down in Texas will use some parchment. It lets the meat breathe while it's continuing to cook. All right, so here we have it. It's our final meal.
All right.
You can dig right in. It's nice and tender. You should be able to pull it right apart.
Oh, yeah, don't even need the
there
knife.
There you go. How was that?
Yeah.
You taste the bourbon in there?
Oh man, you can definitely taste the bourbon.
Oh my God, yeah.
That's good.